Planning a one-day trip to Lisbon? Let me guess, you're going to try to see everything. That's the number one mistake. Lisbon is a maze of 7 steep hills. Without a perfect plan, you'll spend your day exhausted, lost, and missing the most incredible spots that are hiding in plain sight. Forget the stress. We've created the ultimate foolproof one-day itinerary that takes you to every icon in the right order. This is how you conquer Lisbon in one day. So where are you going to start this one day? Well, you want to get started early in the morning, that's for sure, because you only have a short time to see this amazing city. So we suggest hopping in an Uber and making your way out to the Belém district, and we're going to have you start at Geronimo's Monastery. Wowee! Is Geronimo's Monastery ever beautiful? This is a massive monastery that you are going to want to buy tickets for to be the first to enter. You need to book your tickets in advance, so make sure you do that online. We have links below to help you book those tickets and be the first to enter so that you can go inside and see this UNESCO World Heritage Site. Built in the 16th century, it was built to commemorate Vasco da Gama's voyage to India. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is so beautiful with white marble. It's huge, and you're going to want to spend at least an hour inside. And once you've spent your hour inside taking in all of the beautiful views, it's time to head on your way and explore more of Lisbon.
And you might be a little bit peckish if you didn't get breakfast, or even if you did, we do suggest heading over to Pastéis de Nata. It's right beside the monastery, so it's just a short little jaunt. And what makes this place so special is that it is the home of the original Pastéis de Nata, that iconic Portuguese custard tart. And this is a perfect spot to do it. You can grab a coffee, sit down, bite into one of those, and you will just be in heaven. Basically, Pastéis de Nata came about because of the nuns in the monastery next door. So the nuns used to use egg whites to iron their habits and make them very, very stiff. But they didn't know what to do with the egg yolks. So they came up with the idea to mix them together with sugar and make a custard, and hence the Pastéis de Belém was born. And then when they left the monastery, they ended up giving this recipe to the Belém bakery there, and they've been making those beautiful pastéis de nata ever since.
Now it is off to the next monument of your day, and that is going to be the Monument of Discoveries, which is not far at all. You're actually going to just walk towards the waterfront, and you are going to see this massive monument that is a tribute to Portugal's legendary explorers, because this was a country of explorers. It stands at a whopping 52 meters high, and it's beautiful to see, but you can also go up to the top if you want for some views of the Tagus River and the whole Belém neighborhood. If you're on limited time, you can take the elevator up for just a few euros.
And from there, you'll want to make your way down the waterfront to Belém Tower. Now, everybody's probably seen pictures of this. It's a very, very popular picture of Lisbon and of Portugal unto itself. And what makes it so special is that it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of Portugal's 7 wonders.
I just love 7 wonders.
Oh, me too. It too is located directly on the Tagus River, and it is just beautiful to see. We don't recommend going inside. It's usually a huge lineup there, especially if you're just there for one day. But just looking at it and admiring it from the outside is all you need here. You have to visit it while you're in Lisbon.
Yeah, if you have to choose, you can either go inside the monastery or the Belém Tower. You really won't have time for both if you want to see more of Lisbon in one day. So from here, you can consider walking along the waterfront all the way back to town. And if you had more time, I suggest doing this because there's a lot to see. But I don't think you're actually going to have time to do this because, this is already going to get you mere halfway through your day. So I suggest instead just getting an Uber or a Bolt. Bolt actually works better than Uber, and head back downtown. If you don't want to take a Bolt or Uber, you can also take the trolley, the tram that will take you right down to the main square of Lisbon.
Yes, the Praça do Comércio is the main plaza. If you do jump on a tram, which we do recommend doing this, it doesn't take too long to get back down there. And you have to ride a tram while you're in Lisbon, right? So this could be a good opportunity to do it. And when you get off of the tram, right in front of you is the Praça do Comércio. And it is these beautiful yellow and white buildings. It's a massive square where they hold events and
it's right on the waterfront.
Right.
So it's beautiful.
It really is. The location is amazing. And then standing right in front of you is the Rua Augusta Arch, which is something you can't miss because it's quite impressive when you look at it. That leads right into the Rua de Augusta, which is Lisbon's pedestrian-only shopping street.
Yeah, you feel like you're going right into the gates of Lisbon from here because you're actually entering the city. And in there's a lot of shops and boutiques, and you can get some more Pastéis de Nata and lots of places to eat and outdoor cafes. So you could grab lunch here if you want. But I suggest instead taking just a quick walk along here to get a feel for it and look around at all of the beauty of it. But make your way instead to the Time Out Market, which is just a 15 to 20 minute walk from Comércio Square. Here you can enjoy an affordable lunch by some of the city's top chefs. Now this is a really lively market that should not be missed anyway, and it's a great way to combine some sightseeing with your lunch, which when you only have one day, Dave and I highly recommend being
efficient
with your time as possible.
After lunch, you're going to take just a short walk to Pink Street, where you can get your Instagram-worthy photograph of the street that's actually painted pink with these beautiful, colorful umbrellas over top of them. You don't have to go here and stop here, but it is quite interesting street, and it is on your way to go back and start to explore different neighborhoods in the afternoon.
It is a real cool place anyway, because you see how Lisbon is transforming. This used to be a real rough and tumble neighborhood.
True.
And they've now turned it into an art district, which is really fun to see. So as you are walking back from here, you're going to be going through the Bairro district. You're going to go through the Bairro Alto. So you can check out some more of Lisbon's sights. As you make your way to the Rua Augusta again, when you're working your way back, you can even stop and check out the Santa Justa elevator, which is this historic elevator that was built by a disciple of Gustav Eiffel. And it really does remind you of the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, it does.
It's really cool. There's long lines to go up, so I don't think you really have to go up it, but it's cool to see. Because what we want you to go see the rest of the afternoon is the Alfama district. This is the oldest district in Lisbon and really showcases that old world charm with cobblestone streets and just a really fun neighborhood to look through.
Yeah, and there's so much of Lisbon's attractions located. Yeah. Besides just wandering through the streets, you can check out Lisbon's cathedral, the Fado Museum. It has a ton of miradors, the Pantheon, just the architecture itself and the panoramic views make this a neighborhood that you do not want to miss.
Yeah, if you don't see this district when you're in Lisbon, people will go, what is wrong with you?
For me, the highlight of this area really was all the miradors. Just to get up there and see these miradors or lookouts over top of the city. My favorite was the Porto del Sol. It's also a good place for sunset, but it's a great place to hang out, watch Tram 28 come up and get that classic Portuguese shot, or Lisbon shot, I should say, of the tram and the old buildings.
And while you're up in Alfama, you will want to visit one of Lisbon's most famous landmarks, and that is St. George's Castle. This is a great place to visit later in the afternoon as the crows are spinning out. It's also a good place to watch sunset if you go there even later. So you can take a walk along this ancient castle walls, and it has beautiful views of the city from high above. It's at the top of the Alfama district, so it is a bit of a hike, but you can take elevators and escalators, and even Tram 28 can take you up to all of the high district.
Yeah, and you're definitely going to be wanting to take some of the trams because Lisbon is known as the city of hills, and it is really, really obvious as you start walking around there.
Yeah. So this is a good time maybe even to hop onto Tram 28, because that's a true Lisbon experience, and you're going to notice there's lots of lines all day long, but it does thin out as the day goes on.
Yeah, and the Tram 28 does go through a lot of the city's most beautiful neighborhoods, so you can use it as a way to get around the Alfama district and even some other districts there while you're there. But I do think that you should at least take a ride on the tram while you're there. If you do it later in the day, it's a little less crowded, but it's something that you have to do when you're in Lisbon.
And it does run till late at night. It runs to like 10 or 11, depending on the season. If you want to just ride on the whole thing, it takes about 15 minutes to go through the districts, or you could just ride it to where you want to go next. for your sunset views. So where are we going to see sunset during our time in Lisbon?
Well, there are a lot of miradors. The miradors are one of the best places to see it. You can do that either in Bairro Alto, or if you are in the Alfama district, there's lots there. And Bairro district is also another place to see sunset. Like I said above, the Mirador Porto del Sol is my favorite because it has this beautiful view over the Tagus River, and you can take in a bunch of different views of Lisbon from that particular viewpoint.
And there's restaurants and cafes, so you could have a cocktail while you're watching that. Another Miradoro we didn't mention was the Miradoro Senhor de Monte. This is the highest point in all of Lisbon, so of course it's a good choice for sunset, and you can get there by Tram 28. But the one that we recommend is heading over to the Bairro Alto district and going to the Miradoro São Pedro de Alcântara. It looks towards the castle and overlooking the old city. And it's great. There's an outdoor cafe where you can have some cocktails, and then you will be in the area that you are going to spend your evening at.
If you feel like you've seen enough miradors, you can go and hit a rooftop bar. This is what we actually did. We headed over to the Avenida da Libertad and went up to, there's a couple different places that you can have some aperitivos or something like that and watch the sunset.
Yeah, this street is Lisbon's answer to the Champs-Élysées, and it is full of hotels with rooftop bars. We stayed at the Tram Boulevard, and it had an excellent rooftop bar with beautiful views of the city. And just right next door is the Tivoli Sky Bar, and we went to that, and it's very chic and fabulous as well. One thing I wanted to mention is if you really want to see all of the miradors at once, we highly recommend renting a tuk-tuk, and they'll take you around to all of it in like 90 minutes, so you can see all the miradors and then head over to one of these places for sunset.
It's a little bit more expensive, but it saves you a lot of time. This is something you're looking to do when you're only doing Lisbon in one day. Time to head out for dinner. Now, there are several different choices, but we recommend the Bairro Alto district. It's a great place to go for dinner and cocktails. We love the Gin Lovers Bar in Bairro Alto. We had a cocktail there.
Gin, obviously.
Yeah, maybe two. I don't know, before we had this delicious meal on the outdoor terrace. And there's also a rooftop bar there that you can get great views over the cities.
So there's a lot of things to do here. You can either go bar hopping and just experience the nightlife, or we suggest taking in a fado show. If you haven't seen a fado show in Portugal, Lisbon is a great place to do it. It's their soulful music, and it's so important to Lisbon's culture that it is a UNESCO designated cultural landmark. There are bars that actually just play fado music that you can walk into in this district, but if you really want to see it, we highly recommend booking it in advance.
Yeah, and I think that's a perfect way to end off your one very full day in Lisbon. From those breathtaking landmarks to the vibrant neighborhoods, we've shown you how to make the most of your day and night in this really stunning city. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and like, and stay tuned for more travel adventures.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Ciao for now.